Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to today's conversation. Thank you for joining in. Welcome, lovely to see you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your coming on live. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to wait a few minutes and then give us a rundown of what we'll be discussing today. And yes, that's it. Welcome. I should have organized some music for you guys. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. But now that I think about it, maybe we get something playing. How's that? Okay. Trying to find something that I like. Or maybe something that I haven't listened to in a while, but I still remember. But thank you for coming on. To everyone who will be seeing this later, thank you for joining in. Okay, looks like the music plan might not be panning out because I can't find anything that hi babe, thank you for coming online. Thank you. Hi Fejiro. Hi, thank you for coming online. Thank you for coming online. Yeah, that's my husband, so of course I should blush just a little bit. Hi Fejiro. Hi. I hope you all can hear me. I'm in a mellow mood, so okay, I like this one. We are doing reunion on my live. It is well with you. Okay, thank you. No. Nah. This is problematic. Not bad. I don't know. It's not bad. Okay. So welcome. So today, let me quickly introduce what we're discussing. Right? We're looking at what you should know before your child turns 13. And the angle from which we're approaching this is to have someone who has worked with young people tweens, teens, young adults. For a large number of time, he has an amazing following of young people. And today he's going to be playing a double agent. Okay, he's going to be not let's not say snitching, but he's going to be giving us insights, right? He's going to be telling us in his journeys, in his experiences with young people. They are quite comfortable with him. You need to see young people around this man, and you just wonder, generation gap, no problem. They can discuss anything with him, things that they may not even be able to speak with their parents about. They would casually relate with him and explain these things to him, and they trust him. They trust him to guide them, and I have seen him do this for a long time. And so I felt it'd be beneficial for us to hear from someone who works with children who have grown into young adulthood and can tell us how they see things, the perspective from which they see things, and what makes them tick, what challenges they face. All right, so it would give us parents who our children are not that old yet something to work either towards or work against, to actively work against. So that's the approach of our conversation this evening, and I'm sure we'll be learning a lot. He's going to be giving us a lot of information, because this is what he does, this is what he knows, these are the people that he relates with every now and again. So I'm going to hold on for him to join the live so that we can have him on and have this conversation. Again, why am I doing this? I had challenges. Let's call them challenges, because it's not a negative word. I had challenges with how I was raised. I had questions, and because of those questions, I decided I was going to find a better way to raise my own children. So even before I became a parent, I was particular about learning this and that. I'm not perfect. I'm not even going to pretend to try to be perfect. But I believe that the fact that I want to be different has helped me and has driven me in a journey of self-discovery, self-awareness, right? So I'm able to quickly realize when I've done something wrong with my children that no, that wasn't cool, Mom, you could have done better. Because I am aware, first of all, and then I've learned how to communicate, to learn that children are different, children have to be handled differently, personality types, all sorts. I mean, I have information that I may never need, and then I use it to help people. So a person is confused about how to reach their child, they talk to me. I tell them, okay, your child has done this, but did you look at this other perspective? Your child wasn't just trying to be defiant. He probably didn't hear you. He probably don't agree with you. Maybe you didn't explain yourself, and a whole list of other reasons. So that is why I do what I do as a family life practitioner, as a practitioner of family systems engineering. So today I see our guest has joined, and we're going to be bringing him live now. I hope your seatbelts are buckled, right? Okay, so I'm going to invite him now so that he can take and expose us to his experiences with young people. So we're holding on for him, and he'll be with us momentarily. Hi!
Hello!
Hello! Hello! Hello! Hello! How are you?
Is our audio
It's
clear?
great to see you. I beg your pardon?
Is our audio clear?
Yes, our audio is clear.
Awesome. I just wanted to make sure that our audio is clear.
Yes, our audio is clear. Thank you.
Your fan base know that I am not touche.
It doesn't matter. We're here to learn. We're here to learn from you. So tushness is not a criteria here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making the time to be here with us. Thank you in advance for all the snitching that you're going to do. Thank you in advance for all the information you're going to be providing to us. That's going to help us be better parents, so that we don't we mitigate pitfalls in our journey as parents. So thank you, welcome.
Thank you.
So if you did see the banner, I'm speaking with Mr. Ola Akin-Dawodu. He's a teen coach, mentor. He's just he's young people are drawn to him, and there's something that they see. So we're here to learn. We're here to learn those things.
All right. Fine. How are you?
Uncle,
Yeah.
so how did you get involved in teen? For the purpose of this conversation, when I say young people, what I mean is tweens. Today I learned something about twins. Let's keep that between ourselves, okay? So I learned rather, yes, when I say young people, I mean tweens, teens. So how did you get involved in mentorship with young people?
Mm. All right. First of all, thank you for inviting me. I actually have never done an IG live before, so this is my what's it called? This is my award-winning moment, my Oscar moment. Hey,
Yes.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Right, gotcha.
Yeah, my name is Ola, and I don't know when people use that Mr. thing. I don't know. I guess it's just to say that I'm a man. It's not to say that I'm old.
Hey, man, you don't mean it.
Yeah, that's what you use the word Mister, not because I'm old, right? Anyways,
no, not at
all. Awesome. How long have I been doing this? Honestly, it's.
How did you get involved in it?
How did I get involved with this?
How and why? Yes, how and why?
How? I'll say that very first, my earliest recollection of this moment were early in church. Some 20 something years ago in church, and I remember now. I can recollect that there were younger children in church. Be careful with my tea. There were younger children in church that I had that I just had a liking to, and then we would have conversations, and then we'll be, okay, what's happening with you? Some of them were in boarding houses, right? So I only get to see them, right, when they come home on break, and then, so what's happening? How are you? What's school like? You know, and I'll get to hear a lot of gist of what's happening in school, right? And then at some point I realized that I always look forward to seeing them on holidays. Somehow they also look forward to seeing me on holidays. That we would have this youth camp that we usually go for after the third semester. I said semester. After third term, that was usually early August. Early was mid-August. It would come after the third term break? Yes. And I realized that I would look forward to going, and most times I would spend having conversations with younger people, right? I just felt it was just okay to just have conversations. It was not, for me, it wasn't a mentor-mentee kind of relationship. It was more of a more to a bro kind of conversation, feeling that, okay, so there are things that I know, right? And I'm seeing you taking steps in direction that I feel. You know, it wasn't me knowing whether I was right or wrong. It was just the feeling that, okay, so if these things that I have done didn't make sense, then there's almost no chance that it will make sense for you. So if you're treading that path, you know, it just makes sense for me to just chip in and say, you know, why are you trying that? Why are you not doing this? Why in science? Why in science class? Why are you not doing this? Why, if you like sciences, why don't you like maths? If you like, and it's not because you're not smart enough, it's just because you haven't shown much. I remember vividly. I'm not sure if I can share, but I'll just call. I call him Mo. Mo is my earliest recollection of having this conversation with a young person, right? And that was like became very close to his family. It was a church thing. Mo is almost like my aburo now. It was a church thing, and then he would go to school, and then we'll see during holidays, and it was always a pleasure seeing him. And then he got to a particular class that he had issues, and I know it wasn't that he wasn't smart, right? But honestly, even looking back now, I still can't figure out what it was. I really can't figure out what it was. Maybe if I was I was here now, then maybe I would see better. Right? Yeah, but I didn't get what it was. So at the particular point in his school, he had issues, right? And then when he came home from holidays, he couldn't tell me, right, because he felt that I would be disappointed. That was what he was. But he had an elder sister, right? And that one called me and said, "Has he told you?" I said, "Told me what? Has he told you that was house to repeat?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's interesting." So I called him, like, why didn't you tell me? He said that he didn't know how to, that he didn't know how to say that, he was going to tell me, but he didn't know how he was going to say it. Yeah, right. So at that point, I already had, encounters at home, and his parents are cool. Like, his parents are cool, but of course, most Nigerian parents, or maybe African parents, I don't know. That's not what you want to hear. That your child has you don't take enough time to check what what caused that to happen. Right? You don't go and say, okay, why did this? What happened? Tell me, talk to me. What happened? Because I know you're not a dunce. I know you're smart. I know you're intelligent. So what was the issue? It took a while to get to the root of it. Right? Back and forth, back and forth. He came and said he promised me. He promised me. He said he was going to do better. That was SS2. So he failed in SS2, but so he did the SS3 again, and then he went to SS3, and he did well. He's now, I think, I don't know, but I think he actually graduated with the first class eventually in engineering. The same maths that was given, the same maths. So every time he had to deal with issues, was always falling ill. I don't know what it was, but eventually he got over it, and he graduated with the first class in engineering. This is first class, or very close to first class in engineering, from a university. So it was just that was how it started for me. It was just talking, having conversations, and why? I just felt that if I've made mistakes, right, it doesn't make any sense for any other person to make those mistakes. That's my opinion. If I made a mistake, then can I correct you? Can I talk to you? Can I have a heart-to-heart conversation and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is how I missed it. Can I share my experiences with you? I found, okay, so I usually say this now. I found somewhere in the Bible, I'm not sure whether it's Ephesians or Corinthians. I'm a Christian, by the way, so just so you guys know that. And that part of the Bible, that part of the Bible says that these things that you've gone through is so that it would be a lesson. You use it as a lesson for those who are coming behind. And I believe that so strongly. I don't think there's any reason why we need to keep reinventing the wheel. If somebody has made a mistake, I think it's not just a light responsibility, a responsibility upon you to say, okay, I made a mistake in this place. One who can learn, and it's not you forcing it down their throat, right? But it's you saying, okay, these are the lessons that I brought out of this experience. This just share with people and let people decide how they want to use those lessons, because I say that background is different, right? Our background is different, which would shape the paradigms, which will shape how we filter things, which will shape a lot of things. So my experiences really are not going to be your experiences, no matter how brotherly or how sisterly we are. I have two brothers, and I can say that my experiences are quite different from my brother's experiences. Same mother, same father, same household, but I spent most of my days in a day school. My brothers went to boarding house, so that alone changes everything. One of my brothers went to a military school. That entirely changes. It changes the entire story. So this person's experience is
Right.
different from this experience. But what you can still do is share whatever it is that you learned, and just hope that this person, catches it. So that for me, that was the how it started. I just felt along the way, it was just something I just felt to do without having a name for it. I still refuse to call it mentor. I just call it sharing the gist. I like that. Yes.
That's amazing. What I hear from you is your willingness to share your journey. For you, someone shouldn't fail at what you have failed at, which is the definition of mentorship, really. So
Mm,
you were not hoarding information. And something you said about parents, about not wanting to taking the time to find out why a child has not done well. I think a lot of parents take that failure personal. They feel if the child has failed at school, then they have failed at life. And nothing could be further from the truth. You would teach a child, you would train them, and then you will now hope for the best,
mm,
right? It's like posting a letter. You have written the address on, right? You have put a stamp on it. You now hope it gets to where it's going. So
mm,
parents need to take that into consideration. It's better to approach the problem in isolation. Isolation, what I mean by that is separate the issue from the person, that's from the child, and from
mm,
yourself. Don't take responsibility. That's why some parents lash out at children. Maybe in a public place, your child is throwing a tantrum, you feel shame
mm,
rather than see the child and say, okay, what's going on?
mm.
Or in some cases, ignore till the child realizes it's not working, or find out, or think, okay, what can be the problem? But we
Yeah.
feel shame and then we say, keep quiet. And the child doesn't keep quiet because the child is getting attention. So why should the child keep quiet? Right?
Mm,
So that's just by design. So what I hear from you is that you were willing to share your journey and make sure that people don't fall into the same mistakes that you made, and that's just amazing. So from your own perspective, how would you describe the young adults today, generation Z as they are described? How would you describe, what would you say in how would you, okay, if you were asked to analyze a
don't
young person,
don't
what would you have to say?
but
Why are you laughing now?
well, I'm laughing because you want to put me in a very tight box.
No. Just give us a broad perspective, right? Where we're trying to, by the way, welcome to everyone who has joined us. We're talking about what you should know before your child turns 13. So thank you for everyone who is joining us, everyone who has a young person, a child in their lives. This is useful information. And Mr. Ola is going to be snitching on the young people that he has interacted with, what worked, what didn't work, what we're doing now that is not going to work because from his own experience, it hasn't worked and it's not going. It doesn't make any sense to continue to hammer the same. Yeah, somebody agrees with me. They want to know, right? So please describe the average young adult. How would you perceive them? Give us a sentence or two. Describe a typical young adult to us.
All right, that's Tope. That's you're owing me food, All right. All right. So
I'm not going to be negotiating in this important topic, brother.
I ask for apology.
Please carry on.
I saw so why I said you were boxing me. I saw something online just this afternoon, and it was a cutout that was posted that's fed on Twitter about the fact that Generation Z please,
Okay.
they feel insulted when you use
Okay.
stop. And
Ooh, really?
like that really threw me off. Like
When,
like
when they are labeled like that.
like you cannot they don't, because they're so used to is it abbreviations. That thing is what they do is worse than abbreviation. What do we call it? They just use character to represent. So you say a lot of stuff and they just give you one character.
Okay.
All right, people, but that thing wears me out. Like I keep telling them that thing wears me out because I don't think it takes much more to put to put your thoughts together and just communicate. Like, not everybody is going to understand. So at the end of the day, maybe you just be using put hand on, but I think to a large extent, they feel misunderstood to a large
Right.
extent. And I think it boils down to communication, in my opinion. It boils down to communication. And and I can't blame them. People that have gone before them are just as confused, right? About how life is in that, when they were in that area, they were confused. And then they move out of that stage.
Confusion.
Yeah, they don't move out of the confusion, no. They go into denial. They move out. They move out of that that stage, I think the next stage of their life, and now they live in denial of the issues that they left behind. Right? So instead of them having empathy on what these people are going through, it's more of a why is, so it's now a misunderstanding, a deliberate lack of understanding. I'm not even going to call it misunderstanding, a deliberate lack of understanding of what these people are also going through, because they didn't have anybody to show them the proper way. Mind you, there's nobody there to guide them. Like I say, we have a deficit of role models, and we have a deficit of mentors. There's nobody. People don't want to take time to say, okay, let me just take this 30 minutes or this 15 minutes or 20 minutes to share with this person about what they can do better. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you, because I keep telling you, this thing is hard. What you and your husband do with your children is hard. It's hard work, because it's intentional. You have to correct over and over and over and over what you just saw with a slap. You get.
Sorry. The slap got me by surprise. Please carry on.
You know what? That's what. No, but really, where did the reset slap come from? Reset slap didn't start now. Reset slap was there. Maybe even was there even in our parents' time. Right? So they didn't understand. So they didn't understand what was required to make those changes, right? And so that's basically where we are with younger people now. They feel a lot misunderstood. They feel like nobody's going to listen to me. They're not even going to listen to me in the first place. So why should I bother? Right? They don't feel we're listening to them, right? So they don't want to listen. They even lock up before you say anything. I'll give you a good example. So one of my young chaps sent me happy Sunday last Sunday and the year just this afternoon. Hey, I said, oh, how far? So he says, Daddy, how are you? It's been a while. I said, yeah, it's been a while. How are you too? He said, no, he's not around now. He's gone to some other part of Lagos. I'm saying, how are you doing? What are you doing? He said, now he's hustling. That's the word he used. I have no other thing than to hustle. Those were his words. Okay, that's fine. So what are you doing? What's the work you're doing? Because I really don't like the word hustle. That word is a cover for a lot of fraud. I said, okay, what work are you doing? And he said, he told me what he was doing. And the first reaction of most adults would be to condemn. Because what he said to me was, it's not something that a lot of adults would accept.
Understand.
And it's not that I accept it. I will love forever this